It's your boy Rasta back with another video for y'all. We finna get straight into this. The real reason Chief Keef couldn't come back to O Block. I don't even want to really talk about nothing before this video get into it because I want to talk during it or pause it and something if I hit some little key points. But one thing I do want to say before this video, I already know what they probably gonna be talking about with the whole situation with him and Boss Top and shit. One, I really don't feel like. I'm just getting to the video. I'm gonna talk about it if they bring it up or something. And if they don't bring it up, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. But I don't want to do too much talking before. I want to listen to what they say.
Even though Chief Keef is from O Block, he has a love-hate relationship with the people there. Oh yeah, and by the way, when I say someone's from O Block, I don't literally mean they live in Parkway Gardens, aka the apartment complex they call O Block. Chief Keef is really more Front Street than anything, and Lil Durk is more 300. But these sets and much more are all black disciples that are all clicked up. So to us, it's really interchangeable. And for the sake of this video, I'm gonna generalize all of them as O Block. But they each have their own.
Shit, that's the first point made right there. Shit, everybody that y'all see who be in the videos, shit, everybody is not from O Block, bro. 9 times out of 10, all the motherfuckers you see is damn near from different hoods. They just like, I don't know why they all just can't claim O Block. I don't know. But it's like all them hung out there before. Like,
their own little things. Like Lil Durk has OTF and Chief Keef has GB/Glow Gang. And I'm gonna focus on Durk and Keef mainly in this video, because they're really the face of this beef. But Chief Keef got a love-hate relationship with O Block. When he first came on the scene, he was repping it to the fullest, and even brought them all out to a show.
That's a lot of motherfucking people.
When Keef was on the come up, he would hang out on O Block. But the last time we seen him there was when Boss Top and Lil Durk were filming their 30 Choppers music video in May 2013. Hey, keep that Boss Top name in mind. He gonna be important later in the story. But we got a cameo from Chief Sosa in this video. And from what we know, he hasn't gone back since. But what caused their relationship to go sour? Well, there's 2 reasons why he doesn't go back. There's the street politics and there's the legal reasons, which I'm gonna focus on in part 2. So if you wanna know how Chief Keef became a fugitive in the state of Illinois, make sure you hit that sub button so you don't miss it. But for the beef reason, a lot of people think it came from him not paying Lil Durk's bond. But the issue started before Durk got locked up, when he refused to pay bond for another old blockie named Trey 5. And we know it was Trey 5's and not Lil Durk's, because Durk's bond was only $10,000. But when King Bond spoke on the situation, he talked about a $25,000 bond, which is exactly what Trey 5 needed, since you only need to put up 10%.
The nigga lied to say gonna get some money for my homie Bond, right? Like say we call him, nigga, and we ask him for some money and shit, and he say he gonna give it to him, right? So we say our homie booked the shit, his bond 25,000, we got 18,000, we need 75 more hundred, right? So the nigga said, he said, oh yeah, that's all y'all need. I just spent that shit on shoes. Now we call him again like a week later, then what's up with that money, gang? You know, we trying to get folks out.
Keef kept faking on him, and long story short, he didn't bond Trey 5 out.
Nah, Von, I ain't even know you did this video, bro. Fuck. That's a couple cool points on my book, bro. The reason why I say that though, man, is because when you got shit going on personal, like if I got some shit going on with my brothers and shit, y'all will never see me post no fucking video on YouTube talking about, oh, my brother a bitch, he done stole 50,000 from, like, you feel me? Getting on social media telling y'all what's going on, hell no, I can't never just jump on this bitch and just be, you feel me? Talking about personal shit, because you never know when that shit can be squashed, and you feel me, you bringing the beef public, that's kind of a sign of the shit cannot be squashed. Whenever a motherfucker bring a beef public, that means that beef is really a beef. The minute they bring it public though, like if it's going on behind closed doors, like with my brothers, like with my, you feel me, anybody I'm close with or something, I ain't never finna let our beef go out public, bro. That's just facts. Because the minute it go out public, bro, that's like kind of betraying, you know, that actual close bond that y'all got.
And some niggas from O Block was mad. Chief Keef just signed a $6 million deal, and they felt like they were entitled to 7K, so they decided to catch him and Glow Gang lacking on May 28th, 2013, at a Glow Gang x OTF x Mubu concert. And for y'all that don't know what Mubu is, don't stress it. Just know it's another Chicago set with rappers like King Louie and Mubu Crump, but they decided to catch Sosa lacking, so they hop on stage in the middle of a performance, and a fight breaks loose, which is someone caught on camera in terrible quality. But this fight ends with Chief Keef's homie, whose name is Ball Out, getting his chain snatched. Well, not really his chain. The chain that got snatched from Ball Out was the chain he stole from Soulja Boy. Damn, everything come full circle. But regardless of where Ball Out got this chain, him and Glow Gang still felt some type of way. People he thought was his homie just jumped and robbed him. So after the fight, a few niggas went backstage, and according to Mubu Crump, some niggas pressed Lil Durk because they thought he had something to do with it.
We all want it back. The nigga Ball Out, heck, the nigga Durk, like you bitch ass nigga, I heard you say something about the chain. And then, next thing you know, Reese like, nigga, what that taking that on Biggie? Jump over there and choke. Dirk right there taking the choke like a Gino, you feel me?
Dirk got choked? Wait, hold on. Dirk got choked. One, I know damn well he ain't say he get choked by Lil Reese. Damn. I ain't know my boy Dirk was out here getting choked up, bro. That's fucked up. And wait,
like you
is these niggas trying to get a chain back that the nigga stole?
You choke your bitch teeth. Come on, baby, don't choke me. So they choking the nigga, you feel me? One of the guys dropped him. Like, oh, hold on, get on, look, Biggie, folks, hold on, y'all choking us, folks up, he about to die, you feel me? They grab the nigga like, so Dirk looking stupid and shit. I'm like, man, he just got choked, but it's all good, bro, we gone, you feel me? Fuck that shit. So we leave. I'm looking at Dirk, I'm really nigga Dirk get the crying in the cops. I knew it right there and there, like, oh, this nigga,
I
gotta get away from this
ain't gonna pause.
Moving on, O-Block, they had a falling out. That's why Crump felt so comfortable speaking on that. R.I.P. Crump, but he's probably one of the dead niggas Dirk dissed the most. But let's focus back on this. After that chain snatching and Lil Reese allegedly choking out Lil Durk, it was Mubu and OTF versus Chief Keef's Glow Gang. So Mubu niggas left the performance with OTF and Glow Gang stepped 2. But the beef wasn't that serious yet, and about a week later, Lil Durk got arrested on a gun charge and spent about a month trying to muster up enough money for bail. And shortly after he got out, a nigga in OTF was flexing that they paid to get him out. And Durk retweeted him calling Chief Keef a bitch because he don't bail out his own people. And Durk came out tweeting that him and Chief Keef beef could get very ugly, and that if it wasn't for 300, which is the set they both claimed, that he would have killed Chief Keef. Damn. But Keef responded laughing, telling Durk that he got a squad full of killers, and taunted Lil Durk by flexing that he just spent 10K on the car, which is exactly what Durk needed for bond. At this point, he was divided. So it's had GBE and a few niggas from O-Block siding with him, but the majority were siding with Lil Durk or were neutral. But after about 3 months of beefing, Lil Durk came out and said they squashed it.
Have y'all communicated since?
That goes to show where they loyalty with Chief Keef was at, though. Only a couple niggas rolled with Chief Keef, and that was mainly like his fucking family and shit. And motherfuckers we fucked with real hard from O-Block, who always be in his videos and shit with him and his man and shit. It's like the niggas like that who's still around him. But you could tell, like, them was probably like his only niggas around him who actually showed him loyalty. That's why he grounded with him. That's why he always mentioning his cousins and shit. He wanted to be like his big cousins. You feel me?
Since then, have y'all?
Oh yeah, we had a little few words to beat on some, man. We cooling right now, so
Yeah.
so I respected that. We respect each other, we got love for each other. So that being like 2 of the biggest artists in Chicago, they gonna want to see us beef.
Fuck him and Lil
that
Durk
gonna
have
happen,
like
though.
2
Durk might be
beef.
capping about squashing it, cause that Chief Keef
Look at
O-Block
that.
beef
That's like
still
2
went strong
different
after
people,
this. And a little bit after Durk said this, some kids from the O came out explaining why they don't mess with Keef.
Don't be there. Folks them, man. Folks them over here, they don't be fucking with Keef. Keef don't put no bangers on the block, none of that. He be on Instagram flex with all the bangers, don't put shit on the block. Flex. I ain't know shit.
When Lil Durk and Chief Keef were beefing on Twitter, Durk said that Sosa don't put no work in for O-Block and that he been buying guns for them. Probably not something you want to see on.
I thought he just said Sosa wasn't really from O-Block. He was from Front Street. I wonder why you know it means so much to him that he ain't helping him out. I mean, I understand, like, you feel me? Only reason why I say it's kind of fucked up is because he told him. Now, one, he ain't obligated to do shit. You feel me? But if off back he would have told him like on some real nigga shit, like, okay, I ain't finna do that. I ain't really from here. I just claim I'm trying to blow y'all up without the bam. You feel me? I basically put us on the map. So what you did with it afterwards, that's on y'all. You feel me? But I ain't finna give no handouts, but I open the door shit. Y'all can come right with me. Type shit. You know? I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, shit, you did tell him that you was gonna do it. It ain't like he didn't tell him he wasn't. You feel me? Now, if he just said, I ain't gonna do it, and then they end up doing what they do, we gonna talk. You feel me? We gonna keep watching.
See online, but using rap money to help fight off the ops is pretty common, especially if you're making music like Chief Keef, which is helping fuel the violence. You're dissing all these niggas' dead friends, but you're inaccessible to them. They want to smoke Chief Keef so bad, but they can't get close to him, so they gonna take this anger out somewhere else. Now, I'm not saying Chief Keef's music is the sole reason for this violence. These beefs go back decades, but his music is definitely somewhat instigating it. And according to Durk, he doesn't even try to help them niggas out. So at this point, you can tell a lot of their issues just stem from them not liking how he spends his money. But after this, only a month after Dirk said him and Keef were cool, he hopped on Instagram and posted a track list for his latest mixtape. And he said his favorite song off of it was a song called OTF, Chief Keef Diss. Now this song never dropped, and Dirk and Keef traded sneak disses back and forth for a while. Some more little events happened, like Dirk going back and forth with a nigga from Glow Gang, and then going back and forth with another nigga from Glow Gang. But in May 2014, it looked like their relationship was getting better. I wouldn't say they was friends, but they was coexisting without constantly dissing each other. And Dirk moved on to bigger and better beefs, like his beef with Tyga. But what re-sparked Dirk's beef with Sosa was Sosa reposting the Game and Tyga's diss song, which was directed at Dirk. Dirk saw that and responded saying this.
What's up with you and Keef? Is there still tension between you and him?
It wasn't. It was, at first it was just Twitter, and then it was just phone calls, everybody trying to get everybody back together. So the Tyga and Game song dropped that he posted on his page. I'm like, he ain't disrespect me only, he disrespect the whole Chicago like he ran with another city, so you ain't gotta deal with me at the end of the day, you gotta deal with everybody.
So, you gotta reach out to do anything, or you not?
I ain't reaching out to him.
Okay.
It's over with. Okay. He from LA.
But Sosa agreed with him. He said he's not from Chicago no more, he's from Chicago Glow, which is a play off his Glow Gang. And he says he left after he made them niggas who they are today. Lil Reese stepped in trying to mediate, but after this, both sides were just being petty. Keef hopped on a song with Tyga, so Dirk linked up with Chief Keef's #1 rap op, aka the Migos. Dirk said the Migos could come through O Block, and then started sneak dissing Sosa and tweets. And the Migos put up to Chicago, vlogging the whole thing. It was getting unchy. The Migos just came to Chief Keef's city, and the only thing they got was a warm welcoming. So it was obvious O Block was not messing with Keef at this time. They just let the Migos come through while they were dissing Sosa on every track. But fast forward a few weeks, Dirk drops a diss track and throw some jabs at Sosa.
In my circle of squares so you don't fit, nigga. Drive day with my shooter, so who you pick, nigga. Some rappers from my way, they gotta change that. Trying to pay my nigga top to get their change back.
Y'all remember I told you keep Boss Top name in mind because he gonna be important later on? Yeah, well, Lil Durk just exposed that he took Chief Keef's chain. Damn, Boss Top and Keef was supposed to be homies. He was one of the only people from the O Sosa messed with like that. I still remember that Burberry shirt Keef gave him that he would wear no matter what.
Every time we see you out here, you got this same Burberry
Sosa gave the shirt, I never take the shirt off with Billy.
Why you even take the shirt off?
Billy Sosa gave the shirt, I never take the shirt off.
Hold up. If y'all made it this far in the video, do me a favor and drop a like. But focusing back on this, how Boss Top go from wearing Chief Keef's hand-me-downs to snatching his chain? Taking a rapper chain like taking a rapper pride, especially if your image is like the demon Chief Keef himself, a real Chirac savage. But a lot of y'all may be wondering how Almighty Sosa's chain fell into the hands of Boss Top. Well, nobody knows for a fact, but people think this chain snatching went down on March 27th, 2014. This was 3 months before Dirk exposed it in that song. But people think it happened on this day because Sosa and Boss Top went back and forth on Twitter just hours after we got reports that Chief Keef was in a shootout at his manager's house. We got reports that Chief Keef's manager called the police because they're intruders, which Keef didn't appreciate and went on Twitter calling him a soft ass nigga. But we later saw some leaked Chicago Police Department documents, which named Boss Top and a few other old blockians as suspects for this case, which the police classified as a home invasion / attempted murder. And we also got reports that someone was shot and brought to the ICU. So maybe that's what Old Block Ultra was talking about in this interview.
Something supposed to happen, motherfuckers went head to head and shit like that, and I think one of our guys had got shot, you feel me? With some shit, I don't really know what really happened, but it was an altercation and some shit happened. I guess it was Glow Gang versus the Block, and then, you know, you shot one of the guys, you feel me? So, like, you know, and one of the guys still lost their life.
He definitely know what happened, he just don't want to say. And he didn't elaborate much on that situation. So this Boss Top Chief Keef incident could be what he's talking about. And the day after this incident went down, Chief Keef tweeted RP Boss Top before deleting it, which some people interpreted as, you're dead to me, like I'm not messing with you no more. And some other people thought that when Chief Keef shot at the intruders, he might have thought he hit Boss Top and was trying to throw a little jab. But that's all speculation. We never really gonna know for sure because no one involved is gonna speak on it. And because the police in Chicago got better things to worry about. But I think Boss Top took the chain this day and held on to it for months before Dirk let the world know he had it. That's not proven or anything.
Damn, my bad, y'all.
Most sense to me. And in that same police report, the police claimed that Boss Top and his crew stole a car belonging to Keith Kozar, aka Chief Keef. And Chief Keef later added that Boss Top stole a bunch of designer and expensive stuff. Then went in his daughter's room and stole her clothes and some detergent and deodorant.
What?
But Boss Top responded posting a pic with a gun saying, FGBE, slide on me, see what's up, and told Sosa to come back to O Block. Then he hopped on Twitter taunting Chief Keef, and he later dropped a music video flexing Chief Keef's stolen chain and linked up with the Migos while wearing it. But after this incident, fans renamed him Broke Top and the Diaper Bandit. This situation slowed down his rap career like crazy, but the funniest part of all of this is that the chain Boss Top took later got snatched by Black Migo Dex, aka FBG Dex, aka Mr.
Baby girl, what you doing? Where your hands?
Yes, this chain got snatched by famous Dex himself.
This chain got snatched by famous Dex, bro. Well, then again, famous Dex was with the shits, though. Y'all gotta remember, folks was with the shit before he got, you feel me, all with that rapping and drug shit.
So, a lot of niggas don't know my man Famous Dex is a retired Chirac Savage. Before he was making his songs, he was in the streets snatching chains from old blockians and messing with FBG. But that's a topic for another video. Let's focus back on this. Boss Top and Lil Durk were taunting Chief Sosa, and Lil Durk posted up with another GBE member chain, GBE Capo. Damn, OTF snatched these niggas chains left and right. But we really didn't get any information on how this chain fell into the hands of Durkio. Only person who tweeted about it was King Bomb, who said some nigga named OJ took GBE Capo chain, and then he was trying to get in on the chain snatching action. But Vaughn also added that even though what Sosa did wasn't right, he would never talk bad about him. Respect. But Chief Keef responded to Boss Top and Lil Durk by saying this.
Would say fuck OD, but that's my boy. You I'm from there.
For y'all that don't know who OD is, that's who O Block is named after. When you go in, it's not like it's a big sign that says O Block. It's actually called Parkway Gardens. But they have a history of renaming their block.
So, okay, maybe this is what it is. They say Chief Keef is not really from O Block. He just, like, blew O Block up. But he really from Front Street. But that's crazy he'll even still say that, though, because I thought OD was, you feel me, his mans. That's probably why, you know, I thought OD was the reason why a lot of them niggas fuck with each other. That's why everybody fuck with O Block, you know, and claim O Block so bad because of OD. You feel me? Because you could just say motherfucking Parkway Gardens. You ain't got to say O Block. But motherfuckers say O Block to show love to OD.
When a respected member gets killed. And niggas took Sosa saying that about OD as disrespect. Lil Reese, who stayed relatively neutral on all of this, even came out checking him. And some no-name Chirac Savages came out telling him this.
We catch Sosa and balling out, we robbing y'all bitch ass. Y'all better not come back. You can't tell them. Fuck y'all talking about.
Ain't got no.
gotta rob you bitch ass nigga. I want to make change. Take y'all in from here no more. Go to LA.
But for the months after this, we got sneak disses from Keef's side and from Lil Durk / OTF side. Then in August 2014, they finally talked it out and it looked like they was cool. We got a tweet from Lil Durk saying OTF and GB back together, and we had them tweeting back and forth in some Chirac Savage dialect. And Durk later did an interview where he explained how they squashed it.
It was just a lot of BS going on before, like a lot of threats. So we was like, all right, man, we gotta FaceTime this one. You know what I'm saying? But we squashed it.
So what was that conversation like? What did y'all say? In 3 hours? That's a long time to talk. 3 hours.
I was saying we just squashed it. You know what I'm saying? We from the same
light
hood. Talking about different things too.
I cut the bitch back on.
It's bro, so you know.
After the beef was over, Durk and Keef hopped on a song called Decline. And Boss Top looked like he was trying to get back in with Sosa, but Sosa really never forgave him for the robbery. And Glow Game would occasionally send shots at Boss Top. But other than those few incidents, it looked like everything was good. And we even saw OTF turning up to Chief Keef's songs, and we eventually got to see Durk and Keef back in the studio together. They made a whole Glow TF project that was supposed to been came out, but never officially got released. But a lot more minor things happened, so we honestly don't know where Sosa stand with O Block today. We know he's at least cordial with the rappers there, but he also hasn't gone back for a reason. But the block doesn't also necessarily feel the same way as the rappers. Some niggas from there even came out saying, if you think Sosa raw, you need to get slapped. And some other old blockians was in his comments laughing and agreeing. And some others went back and forth with Sosa when he said he wanted to buy O Block. A nigga responded saying, you wish you could even come back here. And we know Durk and Keef can't be that cool, because the day after 6ix9ine said someone to shoot at Chief Keef, Lil Durk hopped on IG Live with him.
Yo, take care of that baby girl, you know what I'm saying? Congratulations to you and your girl, blood.
You know what time it is, look, gang.
Love, blood.
But then again, we also saw Durk and Keef teaming up on Twitter to diss FBG Dub. And we saw King Von and Chief Keef in the studio a few months ago. So they might be cool, but he also didn't say RP Von or anything. So we don't really know how he feels about them. But at the end of the day, I seriously doubt Chief Keef is going back. He don't gotta prove anything by going back. It's just gonna put him in unnecessary danger. But make sure y'all run this video up to let me know if y'all want part 2 on how Chief Keef became a fugitive in Chicago. Drop a like and follow my Instagram if you want it. The link's in the description.
Shout out to Chief Keef, man. But y'all want to know what I got from this whole situation, though? Basically, one, there's not a place in this world that man probably can't go. Like, come on now. He can go anywhere the fuck he wants to. One, I don't think O Block has nothing to do with the reason why he's not going back to Chicago. Y'all keep fucking saying O Block like O Block is a whole fucking city. That's just one damn hood The reason why he don't go back to Chicago is because of the fucking warrants and shit that they got on his ass. The minute he go back to Chicago and get pulled over by a police officer, bro, it's over with. The man going to jail for the rest of his life. Y'all keep talking about he can't go back to Old Block. There's nowhere he's in this world that he probably can't go. Like, no matter if you see him or not, like, he can go to Old Block and the niggas that he into it with, or probably ain't even into it with no more, or the people he had attention with, probably don't even see him go in Old Block. Like, I'm just saying though, it is like possibilities to where even if they was like on some, okay, when we see him is that, what if he going to Old Block while you not right there? You're not gonna be right there the whole fucking time. So, I mean, everybody keeps saying that he can't go back to Old Block like as if that's a whole city. He can go back to Chicago. Well, he can't go back to Chicago, I mean. That's the reason why he probably don't go back to Old Block, because shit, he can't even go back to Chicago. So of course, it's gonna make it seem like he can't go to Old Block, but the whole time, y'all don't even know. It's probably because he just don't want to get no fucking arrested because of the warrants. Maybe it is because of that, but I don't. In my opinion, I feel like it's the warrants, because the nigga wasn't going back to Old Block all the way back then. So how the fuck they gonna try and say, you know, now all of a sudden he can't go back to Old Block because of the chain snatching and shit. And then at the same time, he in a video talking about oh yeah, shout out to, let me see what his name is. Shout out to Mo Slides. I always gotta give my shout outs to whoever I'm rap to get them their credit. But shout out to Mo Slides for making this video. But he was talking about a little earlier in the video, saying something about he thought they was cool, or they supposed to be bros and they squashed the people out the band. One, even if you go back, you never really seen like Lil Durk and Chief Keef together. You can probably tell there's probably been tension, bro, all the way back then to when they first blew up. Motherfucker don't even think about that type of shit. Like, you never really seen Chief Keef and Lil Durk together. It was always Keef and Fred on them, and then you would see OTF, like Durk, all his people. But fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You know we have 1K subs, get us up to the 5K, and we're gonna hit this after every video, man. We're gonna hit that. We're gonna hit that after every video, man. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here, and we go.